Thanks for tuning in to the KRVN Sports Podcast page, your home for all of the local broadcasts produced by KRVN Sports. This page and the playback is brought to you by Hoegemeyer Hybrids, raising the bar on yield performance. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen. Lexington native Maddi Sutton wrapped up her brilliant collegiate career with 3 All-American performances and an NAIA championship in the women's discus last week. She says this outdoor season certainly had its ups and downs.
Yeah, I had an injury earlier on in the season with my right ankle, which I had to miss a couple meets for, and it kind of set me back on my training. And so going into nationals, I didn't feel quite prepared, if I'm being honest. And I had a couple practices leading up to competition that weren't exactly ideal. Didn't boost my confidence, to say the least. And so I didn't really know what to expect. I really felt like the underdog coming in because of just like the craziness of my season. And my competitors had a pretty awesome season leading up to this point. And so I knew that I just had to come in and compete because I was kind of, as they say, Miss Irrelevant in a lot of my events. So.
Well, how'd that ankle hold up with 3 events?
Well, it was about 2 months ago, so I took some ibuprofen and said some prayers and did pretty good for the most part. These last couple weeks, it's been feeling pretty well, which I'm grateful for.
Did you have a sense on which event maybe could go your best at nationals?
Shot put is always a mixed bag. Hammer, I did not expect to PR by 10 feet in, but discus has always been my consistent event. It's been my event that even in the midst of injury this season, I was able to put out some good numbers. And so I believe that I was capable of winning. And I came in ranked number 1, and I just knew that I had to show up and I had to do what I've been doing all season. Well,
to win it on your way out, that's just got to make you feel so good and so proud.
Yeah, it was so bittersweet. I knew I was going to win because I had led going into finals, and so I was the last thrower. I knew I had the last say. But because of that, I knew when I stepped in the ring for the last time that I had won. And so it didn't really matter about the throw. And I just had tears welling up in my eyes in really gratitude for the gifts of the sport. And right before I had gotten into the ring, I was kind of praying, and I had this beautiful image of Jesus on the throne and like all of the years of suffering and of victory just being laid down before him as an offering. And it was a very special moment with Jesus that I got to have there. But because of that, I was just in awe of everything that he'd given me. And I just wanted to glorify him one last time. And so, yeah, with tears in my eyes, I threw my last throw and I stepped out of the ring, and I just ran over to my coach and gave him the hugest hug. And he's like, "You have to celebrate." And I was like, "I'm grieving the loss of this sport in my life, but I know that there's good things to come." And yeah, it was just really special to go out with my favorite event and the event that I've had the most success in, and to be on top. It was awesome.
Well, that is a great way to look at it. And you certainly have to feel like you did your part in continuing the family tradition here.
It is a family tradition, for sure.
I'm talking today with Lexington native Maddi Sutton, who wrapped up her brilliant throwing career with Doane University last week at the NAIA Outdoor National Championships. Maddi, you've had a lot of success, and you also have to be pretty proud of your younger sister, Abby, and what she's been doing in the sport.
She is quite the athlete. I'm so proud of her. It's been a joy to watch her grow up and compete in this sport. And this sport means so much more to our family than just a sport, because it's a place of like bringing us together. There's so many times where we've been out at the rings all together. My parents are coaching us, shagging for us, and we're helping out each other, like all four of us. And so it's been, I mean, I've been watching her since she was like a fourth or fifth grader pick up a disc and throw with me when my dad has been coaching me. And so special to see her break my records this year. And I'm just so proud of her, and I'm really excited to see where her high school career finishes up next year and what she does in college, because I think that she has the potential to be really successful.
How about your decision to go to Doane? It looks like that was the right decision for you, and you really flourished there in Crete.
Yeah, I kind of can't believe I went back. But yeah, last year I just kind of, the whole time I was at Benedictine, I loved Benedictine as a school and really enjoyed my time there. And I wouldn't have traded that for the world. But when I was thinking about what to do next, I couldn't help but wonder what my potential was as an athlete, because I knew I hadn't hit it. And I wanted to also get my master's in education, and so I was like, this is perfect. That's what Doane's known for. So I made some phone calls, and some people did a lot of work for me on Doane's end of things, a couple professors and my coaches, to make it possible for me to return. And I could not have imagined a better year there in all the facets, but especially in track. And I'm so glad that I went back. My teammates are incredible, and it's been a huge gift to love them and to be their captain this year and to lead Doane to like back-to-back indoor and outdoor conference champions for the first time in 7 years. And that was like one of my biggest goals going into the year, was I want to get those banners up on the wall for Coach Phi again and for our coaching staff. What's
the future hold for you now?
Yeah, so next year I'll be finishing up my master's at Doane, which will entail practicum first semester and student teaching second semester. And by the time I'm done, I will have my master's in education, and I will have my certificate to teach physical education.
That was Maddi Sutton of Lexington, who's now looking to get into teaching and coaching after she completes her master's degree at Doane University next year. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen.